the tissue.
So Catherine and the team started thinking beyond push and pull and considering all the other messages that the skin takes in through touch.
Your sense of touch is actually much broader than only forces. You can also feel where something is touching you on your skin. You can feel temperature getting warmer or colder. You can feel vibrations. So similar to how your ears can hear fast vibrations, your skin can actually feel vibrations up to 1,000 hertz or 1,000 cycles in a second. And that's much faster. You can only move your hand back and forth like maybe 1 or 2 or 3 times in a second. But if you take 2 objects and you hit them together, they cause vibrations that you can feel and that signal to your brain, oh, you hit something, stop, or that was a little violent, or you hit the end of the rope.
When a scalpel cuts through tissue or a needle pushes through the skin, there's a vibration between the 2 materials. The researchers realized that they could measure those vibrations and then simulate them with motors, making virtual surgery feel real.
We could have a source of really rich, interesting information, and then we could very easily play these signals for the surgeons. Their right hand could feel the vibrations of the right instrument, and the left tool could feel the vibrations of the left instrument, and it's almost like their fingers were on the instruments themselves.
The tool is only used for teaching surgeons how to on humans, but Catherine says it speeds up the training process immensely.
The cool thing is it feels very natural. They don't have to learn some like artificial touch language. They didn't have to do any extra learning. They just immediately start operating, moving much more like an expert, like being more careful and more precise and not being so violent. Because once you can feel, you can automatically correct for accidents or collisions that are a little more violent. Or if you were supposed to hit something and you missed it, you didn't quite get it, then you feel that. So again, we're able to let the surgeon or the person learning how to be a surgeon close the loop and feel the consequences of the motion so that they can move more precisely.
These days, Catherine and her PhD students are developing all kinds of haptic technology, making touchscreens that feel textured, creating virtual reality gloves that make it possible to feel what you see, and building robots like HuggyBot.
It was motivated, my PhD student at the time, Alexis Block. She and I were both living far from our families and wishing, wow, wouldn't it be amazing if we could just like, when you're having a bad day, just like your mom or your dad could send you a hug, or maybe you want to send your sister or your brother or your kid a hug to give them some support, like that physical, warm, soft embrace, right? That like often just helps calm you down and know you're not alone. So we had the idea of creating a hugging robot, and it was named HuggyBot eventually.
In a video done at the lab, you can see a robot wearing a purple sweatshirt with a screen for a head, smiling and asking, "Can I have a hug, please?"
Please.
Their arms outstretched.
Most robots in the world are not things you would ever want to hug. Many of them are pretty dangerous, and you should stay far away from them because they could actually really severely hurt you. And even robots that are maybe safe to be around people, they usually have hard outer surfaces and they're cold, and that makes them not very pleasant. So HuggyBot is soft and warm and responds to how you touch it. We found out it's really important, first, that the robot let go of you when you're ready to end the hug. No one likes a robot a person who hugs too long.
Creepy.
Yeah, definitely creepy. We even did that in the study. We had the robot hold on 5 seconds too long to prove that it's really important that the robot can feel when to let go. But then we realized there was this whole other level of the language of an embrace where if your partner squeezes you, it's nice to squeeze back. Or if they pat you, maybe you
best mix of music.
Rub them on the back. Like there's a call and response, like a communication in this touch interaction. And so then we worked on giving HuggyBot a sense of touch that would let it feel these intra-hug gestures, what the person it was hugging was doing. And so we used, we custom made it. It's an inflated torso, kind of like a beach toy. And inside, we put a pressure sensor that can measure the air pressure inside our Huggy Bot, because when you squeeze it, that pressure goes up. But then we also added a microphone. And these two sensors are just in there listening inside of Huggy Bot's body. And then it can feel and hear through the microphone when you pat it or you rub it. There are characteristic sounds, the haptic interaction on the robots.
The best mix of music.
Back that we can measure those things, and we can in real time, so we have little windows of data, we have a little machine learning algorithm that figures out with pretty high reliability, oh, that was a pat, that was a squeeze, that was a rub, or the user didn't do anything. So to give the robot some understanding of what's happening to its body during the embrace.
When we come back, how humans reacted when HuggyBot gave them a big embrace. On the show today, the skin we're in. I'm Manoush Zamarodi, and you're listening to the TED Radio Hour from NPR. Stay with us.